releasing some important data regarding the early voting election results for the 9th Congressional District. The media, in particular, the printed media, in my opinion, has done a disservice to the public by not reporting specifically on the 9th Congressional District, which is a subset of the county of Shelby. I have to consider that either by omission or commission, the printed media has failed to adequately inform the public of the 9th Congressional District. Since I am so distrustful of the printed media, I would have to conclude that this was not inadvertently done, but was seriously contemplated by the media. And that is to cover the Shelby County elections, but never really describing the early voting as it pertains to the 9th Congressional District. The printed media, with the aid of a biased poll, in my opinion, has tried very hard to persuade the public that Herenton is behind and Cohen is well ahead. Well, those perceptions are erroneous. We have some data that we will share with you today, and I don't expect all of you to be able to interpret the results data and this disaggregation of data that we're going to give to you today. And it's no insult to you, it's just that we study numbers and we do this every day. I'm glad that Zach McMillan is here because I have followed Zach's kind of demographic profile of the election. I'm glad he's here, and I hope that this presentation will be instructive for him, because he's the one that I think has been seriously guilty of omission of critical data with regard to the 9th Congressional District. To the contrary, we believe that Cohen is trailing at least with a 3-to-1 margin in favor of Herenton, especially in our highest and best performing black precincts. Today, I would like to share with the citizens and representatives of the media, more specifically the District 9 constituency, the facts undergirding, statistical facts undergirding early voting in the 9th Congressional District. The actual voting numbers are, and Mr. McMillan, I believe, accurately covered, I don't know if you read the papers this morning, 57,757 individuals voted in the primary. Of that particular number, and I have all of this, are they going to get a pass out with this as well? Yeah. Okay, let me just say that you're going to get a pass out of all of the numbers. But what we want to convey to you today is it is very misleading for the media to only cover the election results Shelby County wide without any particular treatment of the subset of the 9th Congressional District. We know that blacks are out voting, and I hate to just put this all in racial terms and party terms, but that's what politics is all about in this town. It's been about race and party, and I didn't create this. We're going to give you a handout today. One is an early voting bar graph report that will be self-explanatory, which will really show that in the Democratic primary there were 43,000, I don't have my glasses on, 31 votes cast. Of that number, 26,798 were black, 7,395 were white, and 8,838 were others. Let me also tell you that you will receive a 2-sheet document that is that these two sheets that we'll give you. And here you will get the early voting results by location, and you'll also see that how they fit into the racial and the party breakdowns here. Let me tell you also what is interesting. When you look at these numbers, you find that 8,838 in the other category. Do you know who the others, who they really are? We know. Let me give you some examples of what we've done, Zach, to let you know how we disaggregate data. We have looked into some heavy black precincts. Let's take the one from Pyramid. I've forgotten the number, Mike. I think there are 300 listed others in this particular community. And I'll be honest with you, you'd be hard-pressed to find 10 white persons in this community if you could drive for hours and hours. And we know that many African Americans, for a variety of reasons, have decided they don't want to indicate race. So we know that the preponderance of the others are really African Americans in that other category. We have also disaggregated the data from previous elections, and let me give you some other interesting statistics. We've looked at the 2007 election, which is the one that I was involved in, and you will remember that election. Carol Chomley was there, Morris was there, and I think I got 65 or 68,000 votes. Okay, that has been my lowest performance in my political career. But what is interesting, even at my lowest performance, my numbers are higher than Cohen at his highest performance, which is about 55,000 when he was running against Tinker in the Democratic primary. These are the kinds of historical patterns and disaggregation of data that we think is important to the citizens who are voting. And let me tell you that black voters in the 9th Congressional District are voting. They are outvoting white registered voters in the Democratic primary, and we believe that the majority of individuals in that other category are African Americans as well. We also believe that on election day, you will continue to see a heavy black voter turnout, and we believe that through historical analysis and what we know in our disaggregation of data, that the overwhelming majority of those voters will vote for Herenton for Congress. We wanted to challenge the Memphis media to look at District 9. Look at District 9, report on District 9 on the realities of what is occurring. Don't hide the District 9 election returns and early voting as part of Shelby County, and then put it in that broad sweeping term that whites are outvoting blacks, Republicans are outvoting Democrats. It is a totally different story in District 9.